Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Learn and Listen podcast. I'm Emma, and I'm here with my co-host, Alex.
Hi there. It's great to be here, Emma. We've got an exciting and useful topic for our English learners today.
That's right, Alex. Today, we're going to talk about something that's both fun and practical: shopping and asking for discounts.
Absolutely. Whether you're a tourist visiting an English-speaking country or just want to improve your language skills, knowing how to shop and negotiate prices is super useful.
Before we dive in, let's remind our listeners that we'll be speaking a bit slower than usual. This is to help you understand every word clearly.
Great point, Emma. And remember, listeners, if you need to, you can always pause this podcast to take notes or practice pronouncing the words we use.
Excellent suggestion, Alex. Now let's start with some basic vocabulary related to shopping. Alex, what are some words our listeners should know?
That's a great place to begin, Emma. Let's break it down for our listeners. First, we have the word price. Can you tell us what that means, Emma?
Of course, Alex, price is how much something costs. For example, you might ask, what's the price of this shirt? Now, Alex, what about the word discount?
Discount is a very important word when we're talking about saving money. It means a reduction in the price. So, if something usually costs $100, but there's a 20% discount, you'll pay less.
That's right. And don't forget sale, which is when a store offers lower prices on many items for a limited time. You might hear the summer sale starts next week.
Excellent example, Emma. We also have the word bargain. This means a good deal or a low price. If you find something at a very good price, you might say, wow, this is a real bargain.
I love finding bargains, and the last word for now is budget. Alex, can you explain what a budget is?
Certainly, Emma. A budget is the amount of money you plan to spend. For instance, you might say, my budget for new clothes this month is $200.
Those are all great words, Alex. Listeners, let's practice these words together. Repeat after me, slowly.
Great pronunciation, Emma. Listeners, make sure to practice these words. Now let's talk about how to ask for a discount politely in English.
That's a crucial skill, Alex. It's important to remember that in many English-speaking countries, prices in large stores are usually fixed. But in some situations, especially in smaller shops or markets, you might be able to negotiate.
Exactly, Emma. And when you do ask for a discount, it's important to be polite. One way to start is by saying, excuse me, I was wondering if this item is on sale. Notice how we use I was wondering to make the question very polite.
That's a great opener, Alex. Another phrase could be, is there any chance of a discount on this? This is a gentle way to ask without being too direct.
Excellent point, Emma. And if you're buying multiple items, you could say, if I buy more than one, could I get a better price? This shows the seller that you're interested in buying more, which might make them more willing to offer a discount.
Those are all excellent phrases. Remember, listeners, it's not just what you say, but how you say it. Use a friendly tone and smile when asking. This can make a big difference.
Great point, Emma. Now let's do a little role play to show how this might work in a real situation. I'll be the shopkeeper, and you be the customer. We'll do this slowly and clearly for our listeners.
Sounds good. Here we go.
I understand, ma'am. While we don't usually offer discounts on individual items, we do have a promotion. If you buy 2 items, you get 20% off the total price.
Oh, that's interesting. So if I found another item I like, I could get a better deal?
That's correct. Would you like me to show you some items that might pair well with that sweater?
Yes, please. That would be very helpful.
And scene. That was a great example, Emma. Let's break it down for our listeners.
Good idea, Alex. Did you notice, listeners, how I explained my situation and asked politely? I didn't demand a discount, but instead asked if there was a possibility.
Exactly. And as the shopkeeper, I couldn't offer a discount on one item, but I suggested an alternative that could still help the customer save money. This is quite common in stores.
That's right. It's always good to be open to different options when shopping. Sometimes you might not get the exact discount you want, but you could find other ways to save.
Absolutely. Now let's talk about some cultural differences in shopping and asking for discounts. This is important for our listeners who might be traveling to English-speaking countries.
Great idea, Alex. In some countries, haggling or negotiating prices is very common, even expected. But in many English-speaking countries, it's not always the norm, especially in larger stores.
That's a crucial point, Emma. In big chain stores or supermarkets, prices are usually fixed. You typically can't negotiate these prices. But in smaller independent shops, markets, or when buying big-ticket items like cars or houses, there might be more room for negotiation.
Exactly. It's always good to observe and follow the local customs. If you're unsure, you can always politely ask if the price is negotiable. For example, you might say, "Is the price flexible on this item?"
That's a great phrase, Emma. Another tip for our listeners is to do your research before shopping. Compare prices online or in different stores. This way, you'll know if you're getting a good deal.
That's excellent advice, Alex. Knowledge is power when it comes to shopping. Now, let's practice some more phrases that might be useful when shopping. Repeat after me, listeners.
Those are all very useful phrases, Emma. Listeners, remember to practice these at home. Now, as we start to wrap up, let's summarize the key points for our listeners.
Great idea, Alex. So remember, learn the basic shopping vocabulary, be polite when asking for discounts, and understand the local shopping culture.
Exactly. And don't forget to practice these key phrases.
And always remember, it's okay if you don't get a discount. The goal is to communicate effectively in English while shopping.
That's right. Shopping can be a great way to practice your English skills in a real-world setting. Don't be afraid to try out your new vocabulary and phrases.
Absolutely, Alex. And if you don't understand something, it's always okay to ask the salesperson to speak more slowly or to repeat what they said.
Great point, Emma. You could say something like, "I'm sorry, could you please speak a little slower?" Or could you repeat that, please?
Exactly. Most people will be happy to help you understand. Remember, every conversation is an opportunity to improve your English.
Well said, Emma. Now, I think that's all we have time for today. We hope this extended episode helps you feel more confident when shopping in English.
Thanks for listening to the Learn and Listen podcast. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more English learning content.
And don't forget to practice what you've learned today. Maybe try asking for a discount the next time you go shopping.
Great suggestion, Alex. Until next time, happy shopping and happy learning.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye-bye.